Sing that shit. Shit.
Alright, welcome guys. I'm gonna introduce you my 1.6 stamina Nightblade for Horns of the Reach patch. I will be able to talk a lot about this build, but I'm gonna make it as short as possible. Let's get right into the stats. I will tell more about this build when I run across the stuff that I want to tell. So let's get into the stats first. We have non-buffed 10k magicka, 16k max health. That will be around 22k health in PvP. 38k stamina. It's a big stamina pool in my opinion. Then max magicka recovery is 600, health recovery 600, stam recovery 1.6. That must have been an awesome coincidence. So 1.6 stamina recovery, it's OP with Engine Guardian together. Weapon damage unbuffed on the bow bar 2079. Weapon crit on the low side, it's 34%, but we can buff it up easily. And I'm gonna show you that in a minute. Then we have the resistances, and this is what this build shines on. Resistances. 23k resistance on the back bar, physical and spell resistance. That's a lot for a Nightblade without using 5-piece heavy armor. So 1.2k crit resistance, that's on the low side, but the point is to mitigate damage and as much damage without getting hit. So not mitigating, I'm sorry, avoiding damage. Okay, so 46 points, 64 points into stamina. Moonstone, the lady. You can change it up. If you don't want to be that tanky, if you want more weapon damage, go warrior. If you want more crit, go thief. If you want whatever is your playstyle. If you want more stamina, if you want to hit that 40k, mark, you with stamina, you can go the tower. I think it is the stamina bonus. Moonstone. So dubious Cameron Throne food. I use this very good with my sets, and I will get into that later because I want to make something clear right now. So you can see my race is an orc, and I can pretty much say I tested a lot of races, and I spent a lot of real life money in race changing a lot, and I'm happy I can avoid all the trouble for you guys and all the money waste for you guys. So I can just tell you, if you want this build exactly the same, go orc, but second in slot is imperial, third in slot is red guard, and there's not a fourth in slot, but I think red guard and wood elf are like close competing, you see. So orc, imperial, red guard or wood elf. Then we made this clear. Yes, now we're gonna buff up the physical, the resistances. Like fully buffed, you will hit the 29k resistances, and that's just because using cloak. I'm sorry, just because using cloak. Any of these skills will proc that physical and spell resistance buff. Then we go damages wise. We go character. We have 1.8 recovery if you pop a potion. We have 3.4k weapon damage, and we have 40 crit. I think that's all decent in my opinion. You shouldn't be needing more weapon damage if you can land all the combos I will show you, or I will tell you. Okay, let's get into the set. So I'm using Master's Bow, and Master's Bow, Maelstrom, Nirnhounded Mole, poison on the front bar. You can choose whatever poison you want. Then I get Engine Guardian. I don't have Engine Guardian helmet medium in well fitted, but I would recommend well fitted instead of impen. Then you should you should really get this set, because on a Nightblade it's Curse of the Song of the Lamia, and it's OP on a Nightblade because you lack so much resistances, and this set gives you easy resistance for just a 3-piece. So you can't do anything wrong with it. Like, you don't lose anything major. You if you compare it with agility, you will lose about 1400 stamina and like 200 weapon damage, like 186 weapon damage. It's nothing. Okay, but you probably saw it already. We use 3 Song of the Lamia, heavy body piece, heavy legs, and medium boots, all well fitted. Then you probably saw it, like, we use Bone Pirate. Bone Pirate's OP. Yeah, like, yeah, Bone Pirate's OP. So, well fitted as well. So beware, all well fitted. Like, we want to go for all well fitted, but I got one impen. Then we got the Jewelry of Bone Pirate. We got all stamina, all weapon damage enchant, and I tested reduce cost and recovery glyphs, but you don't need that. It's too much regen wise. So we just need, like, get a little bit more damage to finish targets easier. So full weapon damage enchants, and then I'm gonna give you some stuff you can change out if you don't have the weapons I have. So if you don't have master weapon, you can go with maelstrom weapon, defending, and if you don't have a Nirnhund mace, you can go whatever crafted mace, but don't use sharpen. Go for Nirnhund. And I would recommend the mace as well, because these characters in PvP right now are like very tanky and a lot of resistance is stacked, and I think it's good to have a mace instead of a sword. You can use a sword, like, it's personal preference. Okay, so this is a Cyrodiil 1vx build. It's mainly 1vx. This build really shines when you're outnumbered and when you're playing solo, and you can really rely on yourself. So I'm gonna show it you again. Master's Bow, defending, no poison. Nirnhund mace, Mole, Nirnhund. Poison on the front bar. Engine Guardian 2-piece medium. Heavy Song of the Lamia chest. Bone Pirate belt, well fitted. Bone Pirate braces, well fitted. Song of the Lamia heavy, well fitted. Song of the Lamia medium, well fitted. Bone Pirate weapon enchant. Bone Pirate weapon enchant. Bone Pirate weapon enchant. Okay, so this is a 1vx build. So I'm gonna show you the dual setup. The dual for duels. You can go in a duel. You can go Celine, Bloodspawn, Valley Dread, you name it. Whatever you can, what you think you can use in a duel more than Engine Guardian. Like, try it. Let me know how it is. Like, I don't use any proc sets right now, so I don't know if they're still good in Horns of the Reach patch, but I think it's still good in a 1v1 scenario. But yeah, I run Engine Guardian. I think it looks sick. I think it looks very nice. It's not a proc set that gives you damage, it's a proc set that gives you resources. Okay, let's get into the skills. We got surprise attack, main DPS, rearming trap. This one is a little bit like not so obvious. Then we have crit rush, also not obvious. But then we have rally, mass hysteria, of course. Then we got Dawnbreaker, and you could say, like, why do you don't run in-cap? I'm gonna explain it very fast. For instance, people chase me, like more than one, like 3 people, let's say. 3 people chase me. I need to cloak away, because I need to don't get damage. So I cloak away, wasted all my magicka for cloaking. They still pull me out of cloak, so I need to get them off my back. And with an in-cap, I can just get one guy, maybe dead, maybe stunned, and then the other guys will probably still keep doing DPS on me, and I will die. But with the Dawnbreaker, it's different. If I'm in the same scenario, no magicka, so I can't pop mass hysteria. So I have Dawnbreaker ready. I turn around, I do a heavy attack. Maybe I have time to put my Trap Beast on the ground. Maybe crit rush, I'm not sure. It depends on the scenario. But if you can land the Dawnbreaker, you stun everyone in the area. And look at the damage, 14k, 14k damage on an AoE ulti. It's good on a stamina Nightblade, and it's hard to get on a Nightblade because the ultis are like. This one is pretty good, but not good for the offensive on the front bar. But so yeah, we got this explained. Then we're gonna explain the crit rush. Crit rush is an OP gap close. The damage is crazy. It crits always. Yeah, and I think it's not as easy to use as ambush, but I think if you learn how to play with it, it's better than ambush. Then we get rearming trap. Rearming trap is so OP outnumbered. Like if you come to a choke point, you put that trap beast in the choke point, and they run in it. The first guy runs in it, so the first guy is pretty much beep. So the first guy is pretty much messed up. Okay. Because he gets rooted in the location, he gets a dot on him. So yeah, and the thing is, these skills proc the passive from the fighter's guild, and that gives you 6% more weapon damage just to having it slotted. So it's nice to have the extra 6% weapon damage. We go to the back bar. Okay, so back bar, poison injection, leeching strikes, shuffle, vigor, dark cloak, soul tether. This one is pretty common with Nightblades, and I don't want to get into it because it just makes the video longer. Okay, so if you don't have the master's master's bow, and just use a maelstrom or whatever bow, you have to switch the skills up. So instead of rearming trap, you will use Merciless Resolve, and instead of Poison Injection you will use Trap Beast on the back bar. So it's the same, like the Relentless Focus makes up for the Master's Bow proc damage loss with the 8%, and gives you a little bit more recovery and gives you like a nice proc damage, like a nice ability damage if you proc 5 high attacks, but I think it's impossible to do that. So yeah. No master's bow, you can use this setup. Okay, so I'm gonna explain it a little bit, like the choke point thing. Like if you're in a choke point, you just do this. You get the Trap Beast in place, you get LOS, line of sight, you charge him with the heavy attack, you do a crit rush with the heavy attack, and if you land the heavy attack far away, like in a far enough distance to get the crit rush on him, you will land the heavy attack and the crit rush at the same time. Plus, you will proc your poison on him. Plus, you have the Trap Beast dot, and maybe you can do a poison injection if you have the Master's Bow set up, and that damage is it's very high, very high. Maybe you've seen it in my previous video, but I can tell you it's pretty high. Okay, so we got this, and then this build shines in sustain and mitigation and avoiding damage, and you have buffed 29k resistances if you use any of the skills I just showed you, but you still can dodge roll so many times. Look at it, look at it. I think it should be 9 times dodge rolling. Yeah, let me know in the comment section how much it is because I didn't count it, but it should be 9 normally. Okay, so how to get these sets? Master's Bow is Dragon Star Arena on Veteran. Maelstrom is Maelstrom Arena, of course. Rodgar. Poison's craftable. Engine Guardian, Darkshade Cavern. Song of the Lamia is crafted in Alex Desert. I think it's Alex Desert. It's crafted 5 traits or 6 traits, I'm not sure. easy to craft. It's not a big deal to get. Then we got Bone Pirate. Bone Pirate is farmed in Blackheart Heaven. For the jewelry you have to run it a veteran, but for the armor pieces you can run it on normal. I wouldn't recommend Impen with these much of resistances. I would recommend Hotr because it's a lot better for your stamina sustain. And trust me, I really spend a lot of time in this build, and I've tested so many sets, and these sets that people think are good in the meta, like Bone Pirate, Hulkandrew. I'm not gonna count every set right now, but it's not good because they don't think out of the box. And with this setup, I think I really went the extra mile with it. Okay, so I have 34 Warlord, 35 Sprinter, 43 Mooncalf, 31 Tenacity, 72 Tumbling, and Befall. It's just trash points. Like you can choose these 5 points where you want to, like. Then we have 56 Mastered Arms, 26 Thaumaturge, 40 Piercing Strikes, 34 Piercing, 64 Mighty. Then here you can pretty much choose here if you have more if you want to have more resistance, but I prefer to have more resistances, physical spell resistance instead of crit resistance. I'm sorry. So 20 Ironclad, 21 medium armor focus, 21 spell shield, 38 resistant, 8 thick skinned, 56 hardy, 56 elemental. Yeah, that's it for champion points. Yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. I want to give a shout out to Martin because he made this awesome arena. I will give you a tour while I speak. So I will give a shout out to Martin, and a shout out to the guy who wants to stay incognito, who gave me almost everything to make my stuff legendary, because I'm really broke. Like, if you can see, I have 266 gold. And that's not joking, man. It's literally all the gold I have left. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to do some duels in this area, in this arena, you can hit me up. My PSN name is BanditoCrew. Yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I really put a lot of time in it, and I hope you appreciate it. Drop a like. If you didn't subscribe yet, subscribe. I will make a lot of videos about my stamblade and about other builds, because I'm not brainstorming on stamblade only. I want to be like original with my builds. I don't want to copy anyone. And yeah, see you guys later. Peace.